Hello. Hello, welcome. Let's try to solve another Leetcode problem. 2364, count number of bad pairs. So for this problem, we are giving zero indexed integer real nums. A pair of indices ij is a bad pair if I less than j and j minus I not equal to nums j minus nums I. So I think it's really easy to understand. If you don't understand it, just check the example and then you can understand it. So we're gonna return the total number of bad pairs in nums. So let me just check some brute force. So if we are going to solve it directly, what we're gonna do, we just use the two for loops and we're gonna check if nums j minus nums I not equal to j minus I. So we're gonna update the result, gonna plus 1. And finally, we're gonna, return the result. But this is not okay because n equal to 10 to the power of 5 and it's gonna be 10 to the power of 10. Definitely it will not work. Let me just try. Yeah, if I submit it, it's gonna be have time limit exceeded because definitely this brute force didn't work. So if it didn't work, maybe we're gonna try something else. Yeah, it is a time limit exceeded. It means it didn't work. So instead of calculating the number of bad pairs, so what if we can calculate the number of good pairs? Because not equal is really difficult to do by programming. If we are going to use a hash table, this kind of data structure definitely cannot use not equal. So what if we just use the total number of pairs? Yeah, the total pairs minus the good pairs, and then it's gonna be the number of bad pairs. Yeah, so we're gonna use this kind of a formula. So the total number of bad pairs is gonna equal to the total number of pairs minus the good pairs. But how can we calculate the good pairs? So still it's gonna be I less than j and j minus I gonna equal to nums j minus nums I. Yeah. So we're gonna use this kind of formula. So similarly, we can calculate. We're gonna put the i's to the right and put the nums I to the left. So it's gonna be. Let me put it. Yeah. So it's gonna be nums I minus. Yeah, so this is a nums I, right? We're gonna put a nums I to the left side. Nums I minus I gonna equal to nums j minus j. Yeah. So if we can do something like that, basically this is a nums I minus I and this is a nums j minus j. Basically we can use a hash table to solve the problem. We just need to count how many the numbers of nums I minus I. Yeah, we just need to check. So if the result is 2, we just need to check how many 2's, maybe 3. And now we should know how many good pairs. So the good pairs are gonna be 3 times 3 minus 1 divided by 2. So it's gonna have 3 pairs. Yeah. So this means we're gonna have 3 pairs. We just need to use the total number of pairs minus the good pairs, so it's gonna be the bad pairs. Yeah. Now let's just use this kind of idea to solve the problem. Yeah. So we're gonna prepare the result and we're gonna prepare a counter as well. Now we're gonna enumerate all the Let me just prepare the result and n. So n gonna be equal to the length of the nums, and let me just do it like this. So n gonna equal to the length of the nums, and we're gonna prepare a counter, and the result gonna equal to n times n minus 1 divided by 2. And you should know this kind of a formula. So this means the number of the total number of pairs. So this means I minus j. So for example, for this array, we're gonna calculate the total number of pairs. So definitely it's gonna be 6. N times n minus 1 divided by 2. And then we're gonna count how many good pairs. So for I num in enumerate the nums. Yeah. and we want to put it inside a counter. So the counter gonna be, as I said before, it's gonna be nums I, it's gonna be this num minus I plus equal to 1, and we just need to tag how many this kind of duplicate numbers. Yeah. Now we're gonna use for kv in c.items. We just need to check the final result. So the result gonna minus equal to v times v minus 1 and divided by 2. So finally we're gonna return the result. So this is gonna be, yeah, the total number of bad pairs, because this is the total number of good pairs, and we just needed to use the total number of pairs minus the good pairs. So it's gonna be the total number of bad pairs. Yeah. Let me just submit it to check if it works. Now as you can see, it works and it's pretty fast, because currently the time complexity becomes O(n). Thank you for watching. See you next time.